What's going on, everyone? This is your boy, Mr. Fun Guy. This is the Xenizer podcast. I'm with my cohort.
This is your boy Phenomenal Miklo, aka David, and yeah, so this is episode 6 of the Zionizer podcast. So,
With that, yep.
so just to let y'all know, usually it's the three of us. However, our good buddy Jerry, aka Big J3D, he's having technical issues. So once he able to get that working, then we'll have him join up momentarily. But in the meantime, it'll just be us lovely two people, talking about carrying on with the episode until he's able to join on. So yeah,
Oh well, okay. Before we start today's discussion and we start, saying what's going on in the nerd world. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize that Paul Grant. We did lose Paul Grant today.
yep,
Uh, Thoughts and prayers to the friends and family. For those of you who don't know who we're talking about, Paul Grant was a big Star Wars and Harry Potter actor.
mm-hmm,
For those of you who are those fans, you know what we're talking about. May he rest in peace.
yep,
He brought hours and upon hours of entertainment and laughter. Uh, May he rest in peace. We lost another good person in 2023.
yeah. So if you don't know who he is, I mean, basic Google search will tell you everything you need to know. But those of us that do know who he played in, and what movies franchises he played in when he was in Star Wars franchise, he played in one of the main Ewoks, right next to Warwick Davis, as well as he also played one of the goblins from Gringotts Bank in Harry Potter. So talented actor. He's played in a lot of stuff. You know, uh, hats off to thoughts and prayers to his family and his friends. I believe the story behind it is that he collapsed at a train station and was rushed to the hospital afterwards, where he was later he had later passed. So thoughts and prayers to his
Yeah,
family, his friends, loved ones. You know, um, it sucks.
it's
Another
not.
legend
It's not.
gone.
It's no legend. And before that, for those of you who don't follow video games, we lost a Commander Zavala from Destiny 2,
Yep.
Lance Reddick, which the whole gaming community of Destiny 2 and some of Gears and Halo are saddened by this loss.
Mhm.
He was not only a video game character, but he was also on The Wire. Good show. I recommend everyone watch it.
Mhm.
Um, but he will also be heavily missed as well.
Yeah. So if you've never watched either one, if you've never played Destiny, uh, or you've never watched The Wire, if you've watched the John Wick series, he was
Yep.
um the armorer in John Wick. So he was honestly he was also a gaming nerd. I mean, you would catch
He
him a
was.
lot of the times playing Destiny 2, among the other things that he's voiced. But one of the biggest roles he ever did was playing in Destiny 2. So um,
Yeah.
you know,
So may he rest in peace, and
yep,
thoughts and prayers to the friends and family as well.
yeah,
Uh, so we got the memoriam out of the way. We're going to start the show, and like we said, Big J3D is having some technical issues with connecting issues with his
yeah,
software, his headsets, and all. So when he comes on, we'll run him up to speed, and then we'll start. We'll continue our show.
yeah.
Um, Another thing, a major thing for those of you who are Power Ranger fans, we talk about Power Rangers a lot. That's
Yeah.
how the three of us met, so that's how the show is.
Yep.
Legend of the White Dragon finally been a release date. It's going to be on Labor Day weekend on JDF's 50th birthday, and to me, David, that is the highest honor, and that is a one way to remember Jason David Frank.
Oh yeah. Without a shadow of a doubt, my friend, I agree. Releasing it on JDF's 50th birthday. That's just big kudos and a big tribute to him. It's something that we will always remember. So I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see it. I mean, they already released a quick scene from Legend of the White
Yeah.
Dragon where you have, JDF battling, a monk, and the person who's playing the monk is by far one of the greatest, movie
Yeah.
martial artists that's ever been. He's up there with, you know, Jet Li and Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan and
Yeah.
I forget the person's name, but the dude who plays Ip Man in the Ip Man series. Um,
Yes.
so big,
Hmm.
big famous dude. He does a lot of like the Japanese style fighting movies. And it's very very good. So I'm excited to see how that plays out. I'm excited for Legend of the White Dragon in general. I mean, this is JDF's last movie that he's ever done. Yeah, he did a little bit of side, things, with Bat and Son, redeveloping the Green Ranger, you
But
know,
here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys. This was his passion. He worked on this for 5 to 10, I think 10 years. He's worked on Legend of the White Dragon, and
hmm
they picked him and Aaron from Bat and the Sun pitched so many ideas to Hasbro, Saban, Disney. Even they pitched a lot of, even Netflix pitched a lot of ideas just to be turned down.
yeah,
And ladies and gentlemen, if you've not been paying attention, Legend of the White Dragon will not be on YouTube. It will not be on any streaming service. It's going to hit theaters. It's going to be a
yeah,
theatrical release, something that we always wanted.
yeah. I'm excited for it. To see exactly how they're going to, like, what movie theaters are going to be released because we gotta make sure that we go see it. Especially if
Yes.
you just now hearing of Jason David Frank and you only know him from certain things. I mean, myself, along with Jerry and my Jeremy, we know JDF as the original Green Ranger from Mighty Morphin. you know and
Yeah.
so he played a lot of different
Mm.
things. He played and he did an animation voiceover for Transformers. He did five or six different Power Ranger seasons. You know what I mean? He made a cameo episode in Family Matters. You know,
This was a
uh,
good episode, by the way.
yes, it was. He's done a lot of voiceover work and everything. But he's mainly remembered because of Power Rangers, and anybody who grew up
So
with
on a
them,
side,
he's
yep.
dearly missed.
And on a side note, PMC, which is Power Morphin Con, which is the Comic Con of Power Ranger conventions nationwide and worldwide,
Yep,
even. Um, 2009, when it first entered into conception, I read about this. The guy who owned it, who runs it, I don't remember his name, but he had reached out to Jason David Frank and said, "Hey, I want to do this. And I want your help. If it wasn't for Jason David Frank, we would not have Power Morphin Con."
yeah, because that's how
Um,
much JDF was very involved in the Power Ranger
mhm.
fandom, if you will. So it's amazing to see the things that
So
he's
Legend,
created.
yeah. So Legend of the White Dragon coming this September,
Yep,
Labor Day. And it's not a fall release. Please, y'all quit saying fall release. Fall is not to September 23rd. Um, but still, nonetheless, can't wait for it.
yep,
And while we're still on the topic of Power Ranger base, no kidding, 5 minutes before we hit record, we got a trailer release, the first trailer, a full length trailer, not real full length, but explaining that Robo Rita is back.
yep.
And we actually get to see how Trini. If you've not seen the trailer we're talking about, we're not going to speak any spoilers.
Yep,
Uh, but it explains a lot about Trini.
yep,
Jason David Frank, Tommy, not so much. because this is going to be a flashback. And like I said, we're not going to spoil the trailer. You guys watch it.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in a lot of groups. The one saw was Once a Ranger, Always a Ranger Facebook group. If you're on there, you know what I'm talking about. So I can't wait till freaking April, which is a few weeks.
Yep. So I believe it releases in 3 weeks, if I'm correct.
April 19th.
Yep. So about 3-4 weeks. So again, very excited for it, and can't wait to see what it is. So if you guys already watched the trailer for it, go ahead and drop your thoughts in the comments, because man, I'm blown away by that trailer just alone. So much nostalgia and everything going on. So drop what you guys think about the trailer in the comments. And yeah, man. Oh, dude, so much good stuff just dropping, man.
I know, and I wanted this. It said Trini's daughter will be in Once and Always. Is it possible we may see the same actress return as a Ranger in a full series?
You know what? I would love to see that. Depending on how well she does, I would love to see her return for a full series as a Ranger. Because
I mean, that'd be so awesome to see.
Yeah. I would love to see that. So we'll see what happens. We never know, what's gonna happen. I mean, it could be that this was the only cameo that she agreed to, just because paying tribute to to Trini, and go from there. So
there's a lot going on. Once and Always, Legend of the White Dragon.
Yep.
Cosmic Fury. Me and David were talking about Cosmic Fury about 20-30 minutes before we hit record, and we got to say that not really looking forward to it. Now that we done our research and we looked into the details, and we read what the director and the director of the series had to say, not looking forward to it. To us, this is Dino Fury season 3.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So what we're referring to is Hasbro Pulse. It's basically a panel convention where they talk about like the upcoming projects for Hasbro and things like that. So Simon Bennett, who was the executive producer for the past 2 Dino Fury seasons, is also the same executive producer for Cosmic Fury. And what I'm talking about, you guys can easily find on PowerRangers.fandom.com. So go check them out for all your fandom and fan fictions, and all your information, as well as Power Ranger Wiki. Go check those out, because what I'm talking about is not a lie. Okay. For Cosmic Fury, they're trying to make it an adaptation or a so-called twin of Uchiho Sentai Kyuranger, and it could be farther from a twin. Okay.
Not a twin, is a mutated creation.
Yeah. It's a mutation of Uchiho Sentai. And it makes me very irritated, because Hasbro came out in the statement and stated that they were not going to use any more adaptations from the Sentai, which is cool. Okay, which is perfectly fine. All right, if Hasbro doesn't want to use any more footage or any more live adaptations of Super Sentai, hey, and you want to create your own product, hey, by all means, go for it. Right, I'm all for it. I've been a Power Ranger fan since I was wearing diapers. I'm all for it. Bring it on.
Preach.
You know what I mean? But don't sit there and claim that you're going to make a whole new Power Ranger series with Cosmic Fury, which in the name alone we figured was going to be an adaptation of Uchiho Sentai. But you turn out and you're using the same Zords, you're using the Morphers, you're using the villains from Uchiho Sentai. The only thing you're not using is the suits, helmets, and non-morphing footage. That's it. So the fighting sequences, the Zords, the Morphers, you're using everything else from Uchiho Sentai, and yet you want to claim it's
Here's the
original.
thing. I'm gonna cut you off there, buddy. But you said they're using villains from Uchiho Ranger. Here's the thing, fellas. Here's the thing, folks. Lord Zed is not Sentai. Lord Zed does not have a counterpart in Super Sentai. That's why he's one. Actually, I think he is the only villain who does not have a Super Sentai. Um, you cannot expect Lord Zed to be the main villain when he's not in Super Sentai. And you can't say, "Oh, we're bringing over the villains from Super Sentai over to this." No, you can't because he's not a Sentai villain.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're claiming to make it all original for Cosmic Fury when you're ripping off Uchiho Sentai. Like that makes zero sense. Okay, you can't take 95% of a product and not include the other 5% and call it original. Okay, if this was a college essay, it would be plagiarism, 100%. Like this irritates me to my core, especially with Hasbro with the statement that they made. You cannot sit there as a major corporation and state that you are not going to be using any more adaptations for Super Sentai and then go ahead and use an adaptation of Super Sentai and doing it the way that you're doing. Like for one,
Exactly.
like Jeremy just said, Lord Zed isn't a part of Super Sentai. It has no clone to it. It has no version of it in Super Sentai. Lord Zed was an American adaptation that they used for Mighty Morphin Season 2 because they needed somebody stronger than Rita Repulsa, and at that time, they didn't have anybody. Because Mighty Morphin was just getting traction, so they continued with the Season 2, and they needed something more powerful. So what did they do? They created Lord Zed. And now, and if you haven't followed the Ranger lore, I'm about to, use a big spoiler for you. But Andros, when he basically kills Zordon, Lord Zed turns from evil to good and turns into a human.
I don't see any more of Zed after that.
None.
Period. Because since this doesn't make, yes, Rita and Lord Zed are on the moon, and this is where I think we got saw Trey from Triforia Gold Zeo can fight both Lord Zed and Rita. And since they're on the moon, correct me if I'm wrong,
Mm-hmm.
if they go back to human, would they be dead already because there's no oxygen on the moon?
Yes, technically, but they also have that magical RV.
Oh, that's true. But I mean, like when they got transformed back to humans, I mean, yes, Rita Repulsa, after she became good, she went. For those of you who did not watch the Disney series like Mystic Force and so on and so forth, you're missing out.
Yeah.
Whenever they turned to human, Rita Repulsa used her powers for good and became Mystic Mother and Mystic Force.
Yeah.
But we did not see what happened to Lord Zed. So if it's possible, Lord Zed may have committed evil, villainous acts and went back to the same Lord Zed, but we don't know. Plus,
Actually, we do know.
oh really?
Yeah, we do know. Because of Power Rangers Operation Overdrive, once a Ranger, that two
Oh,
three episode thing, Thorax talks about how Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed were turned good permanently, and that's why he's sick and
that's
disgusted
right.
with
That's right.
with them and wants to carry on their legacy, but their evil legacy, and wants to bring honor
That's
back
right.
to the name of Rita Repulsa and Lord Zed because he
That's
feels
right.
ashamed or whatever because of the fact that they were turned good. So yeah, we do know Lord Zed never does anything evil again. and just stays good. So the fact that they're gonna bring back Lord Zed for Cosmic Fury as the main antagonist, it's crap.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call it like it
it
is.
is.
It's crap
But
because
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing, though. Um, to me, Lord Zed will always be Sir Axelrod. You cannot replace that man's character
nope.
at all. That's like someone playing the role of Tommy Oliver. Okay, so Jason David Frank. Um, and I was just called a purist for this. I told David this, by the
Mm-hmm.
way. I was called a purist for this over Instagram. I got into an argument with somebody. I don't really care, know who it is, but over because I chose the Super Sentai over the Power Rangers. Because for those of you who have not watched Power Rangers, who have not watched Super Sentai, but you've watched the Power Rangers, I urge you, watch Super Sentai. Okay, Deca Ranger, definitely watch Deca Ranger. Definitely watch Car Ranger. So on and so forth. Just don't watch Five Man. Okay, Jetman. Watch those Sentai series, and then compare those Sentai series you watch to Power Rangers. They make more sense. There's more story being told. There's more adult-like humor in some of them that completely go over kids' heads.
Yeah.
Um, but it's good. And I was called a purist because I did not agree with Cosmic Fury. I'm just no, it's not really Cosmic Fury. It's Dino Fury season 3. I didn't agree with
That's
it.
basically what it is.
This is what it is. Yes, if you're going to carry over only snippets of Uchiho Q Ranger over, just little snippets. You mean to tell me Hasbro, a million, if not $1 billion toy company, can't carry over more than just a select few things?
Exactly.
Um, just don't sit there and say you're going to do your own thing, but yet you're creating this mutated Frankenstein with different parts for a new adaptation. This is not an adaptation.
Yep.
It's just this is a walking nightmare.
Yeah. Especially since you want to say that again, and I go back to the statement because it was a publicly released statement that Hasbro put on their Twitter, Hasbro put on their Instagram, and on their Facebook and everything. Like
Mhm.
they're not going to be using their adaptations for Super Sentai. So you're taking snippets of Uchiho Sentai as well as you're taking a snippet from the original Mighty Morphin as some nostalgia factor to help you, bring in the fandom, like okay,
Well,
fine. If it's because they're trying to build up on the fact of Power Rangers Once and Always with Robo Rita, like it's one thing to use Robo Rita, you know, and Lord Zed. Robo Rita, as stupid as it is, makes sense because you're bringing back Walter Jones and David Yost, the original Black Ranger and the original Blue Mighty Morphin Ranger. Like, you're
mhm,
bringing back the originals, okay?
right.
Kat is not necessarily original Mighty Morphin, but she is part of the Mighty Morphin cast. Same as Rocky, Steve Cardenas. Okay, they are Mighty Morphin Rangers, but
But
you're
they are
bring
not OGs.
exactly. They're not OGs. Okay, as great as they are, I'm not knocking them. I'm not dissing them. I'm not doing any of that. It would make sense for you to bring back an original villain for the original cast.
Not bring back a season 2 villain for the 30th anniversary. Not 30th, the not 30th anniversary. Cosmic Fury makes no sense.
Exactly.
I mean, I get the fact that Lord Zed does not have a Super Sentai counterpart. That
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, but it does not make sense because there's not the original Rangers present. Makes no sense. Now,
Exactly.
if they created their own villain, that would make sense. But there's not.
Yeah. Like I told Jeremy earlier, like with this whatever mutation of Cosmic Fury, okay, the only way to correct what they're doing so far would have to bring in a Legacy Ranger from either In Space or Lost Galaxy. As simple minded as it seems, it makes sense. Here's why. In Beast Morphers, okay, you had Austin St. John, which is the original Red, Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, come back, rescue the other Rangers, and defeat Robo Goldar. Robo Goldar, the actual version of Goldar, the original version of Goldar, and Jason used to fight all the time during season 1 of Mighty Morphin back in the 90s. Makes sense. You have, JDF when he popped up in, was it Dino Fury or Dino Charge, one of those two, with the Master Morpher. I forget what it was.
It was Ninja Steel.
Ninja Steel, probably. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it was, whatever the recent show was, okay, you had JDF pop up with the original, with the Master Morpher, where he was able to produce the original Green Ranger, as well as you had Steve Cardenas, who used it was either Mighty Morphin or Turbo, one of those,
Mighty
or
Morphin.
Zeo, one of those two. I think it was Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Perfect. Correspondence. You had original with original. Perfect.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
Goldar, Austin St. John. Original. Perfect.
Right.
But you have Lord Zed with Cosmic Fury. No connection.
None.
The only way you can correct it is by bringing In Space or Lost Galaxy. The reason for it is because In Space you had to deal. It did talk about, Divatox and whatever the fucking lava monster's name was.
Malagor.
There you go.
Yeah.
They talked about him a lot, right? Wasn't even part of their series, but they talked about him a lot. They even had a Rita do a special cameo in Space when, excuse me, sorry, I'm thinking of Forever Red, when they had the Council of Evil and you had some of the original monsters from Mighty Morphin make a special cameo because Rita and Zed were at that time turned good instead of evil. Still, original connection. But if you had a Legacy Ranger come from space or Lost Galaxy, again, would make sense because Cosmic Fury is in the name. Cosmic, heavens, space, outer world type of thing. Lost Galaxy, big on in space and being on in space and other universes and things like that, as well as in space.
It's just the fact that this is going to be a team of 5 and not a team of 12 that really bothers me. And people say, well, that's too many Rangers. No, it's not. Did y'all fools not watch Jungle Fury? Like, honestly.
Yeah.
Did y'all not watch the Legendary War in Megaforce, which Sentai was much better, by the way.
Yeah.
Complete an utter nightmare. Anyway, you can't tell me that no form of effort went into Cosmic Fury. Now, don't get us wrong. Me and David are a bit excited because the Q Ranger Zords will be in this. And if y'all have not seen the Q Ranger Zords, man, God, you're missing out. Huge ass Megazord, first and foremost. The morphers are so just unique. Their globes are so uniquely awesome. They're wonderful and full of color and variety. But you're only using 5 Rangers. Or is it 6? Correct me if I'm wrong, David.
6.
6. You got the Zenith, the champagne-looking Ranger. Now, I only say that because there's a memes going around with his face holding the helmet on a champagne bottle because he looks like a champagne color. He was the former Red Dino Fury Ranger. Now, I didn't care for Dino Fury. I just thought it was lackluster. Beast Morphers was all right. Not too thrilled about it. I felt like it felt like a Jungle Fury ripoff to me. Um, this is a lot. There's a lot to go on here, but we are excited about the full series Red Female Ranger. That's one thing we are excited about, and hopefully that breaks barriers and that breaks walls, and we're able to see more female leads. Other than that, we're going to go in this with an open mind. Watch a few episodes. If we have to watch the entire season and give y'all our review, I can guarantee it's not going to be a pretty review whatsoever. Because we're going to be honest, we're going to be open with everything that we do. So besides, we got that out of the way. There's a few things we got to talk about. So what else do we got to talk about, David?
We gotta talk about the Diablo 3 release, man.
Oh, fuck that.
We have to. So,
no.
Audience, those of you listening in, if you can't tell by Jeremy's reaction right now, it's that bad. Okay, and here's the reason for it. Okay, so we both were able to pre-order Diablo 4. All right, we were excited for it to drop. The pre-order, open beta for the pre-orders was March 19th through March 20th. Okay. However, here's where the issue became. For me, I was able to download the game. No issues. However, for Jeremy, he bought the game a whole 24 hours before I did. When it came time to play the beta, he wasn't able to play it because Microsoft gave him a bullshit reason on why he couldn't play the game. That it wasn't available to him, that they didn't show records of him pre-ordering the game, and that he wasn't allowed, according to Microsoft, he wasn't allowed to purchase the digital deluxe version, that he had to go into GameStop to pre-order the game so that way he can get a code. And I'll let you say your piece from that part, and then I'll take over after.
Proof. I sent David a picture of, okay, if you're an Xbox fanboy, you know when you go to Microsoft, you buy something, it says okay, I got it, and it shows installation progress. I sent that picture to David and said, you know what, we got it, we're good, whatever. Called the bank said, yeah, it shows us here, and then momentarily I didn't get an email because they were sending an email with a code, because if you are playing PC, you're flagged immediately and you can play right off the bat, no code needed. Well, it's connected to your BattleNet. For those of you who know what BattleNet is, if you play Diablo, you know what BattleNet is. It's an app that keeps track of all your progress, every game you play that has under BattleNet. I would get it through my BattleNet email.
Mm-hmm.
I waited. No email was sent. Well, I contacted Microsoft, told Microsoft, hey, what's going on? They said, well, from our records, you didn't buy anything. Well, my statement says that y'all did put a hold, but a few minutes after that, it disappeared.
Yeah.
But it shows on my statement that I paid $70. I pre-ordered the damn thing. I paid the full amount. But yet, you're saying it's an error on your side. So they say, this what makes no sense, David. And you brought it up. It makes no sense. They said I didn't pay for it, but yet you're going to refund money that I supposedly didn't pay for.
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off. So the fact that you told me I need to go in store, I need to go to in GameStop, pre-order it, take that long ass CVS fucking looking receipt from GameStop. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about.
Yep.
And it's got a code. They say circle the code. Here you go. Put that through your BattleNet. My BattleNet's connected to my Xbox account, and then I'll play. I'll be able to play it. I'm glad that shit happened because if that happened, I would join the 96% of people with the with the lag, the glitch, the disconnected servers. I've heard stories about people being disconnected and their character but completely white. Blizzard, do better. Don't be better, do better. This is ridiculous. I didn't have this problem with Diablo 3.
Yeah, so I was part of that 96% of people who weren't able to actually play the game. So once I started up Diablo 4, I had to wait in the queue, you know, and in my experience with Diablo, you've never had to wait in a queue to play the game. But I figured because it's the open beta, hey, they're doing things a little differently. I understood it. So at first, waited in the queue less than a minute, right? I would say about 45 seconds total. You know, the whole startup process went. I saw the intro movie, which was very badass, but then when it came time to select my character, to build my character, actually, sorry, I met that, oh, your connection to server has been interrupted. I was like, okay, well, I figured it's probably my Wi-Fi or something. So I reset my Wi-Fi and everything. I close out the game, restart the game, you know. Then I reopen it, once my Wi-Fi has been fully rebooted, you know, start up the game, all that. It says queue time. Current wait time is equal to 76 minutes. I say to myself, ain't no fucking way I'm waiting 76 minutes. But I was like, but this is also the drop of Diablo 4. Fuck it. I'll wait a couple minutes, see if something happens. Something does happen. It glitches. It goes from 76 minutes to less than 1 minute. Okay. About 55 seconds later, the game starts up. Cool. I'm able to pick my character, and even then, with the open beta, they don't have all the characters available. They just have your spin to win barbarian, your sorcerer, and your rogue. So if you haven't already, yeah, exactly. If you haven't already checked out Diablo 4, all the characters that you can build, or all the types of characters you can build, is spin to win barbarian, necromancers, which is number one, by the way, sorcerer,
Exactly.
sorcerer, rogue, and druid, which is basically witch doctor. If you've coming from just playing Diablo 3, it's basically witch doctor. Okay.
Basically.
So necromancer and druid were off the table. So you either had to play as a spin to win the barbarian, a bitch ass sorcerer, or a stupid ass rogue. Okay. They didn't even have a demon hunter.
Mind you,
No necromancer available, and no druid.
And ladies and gentlemen, I tell you this right now. We can't have necromancers' attitudes with sorcerers, barbarians, and goddamn rogues.
Nope.
Unacceptable. Unacceptable. Which I've decided I'm not going to play the second round beta, which is this weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not. I told David, yo, bro, I want to play the beta so freaking bad. I will wait till June 6th to buy the game. I will buy the deluxe $100 deluxe game. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll stream. Sad part here is my lovely wife will be joining us on the stream. I think it'll be her first time playing Diablo, so that should be fun.
Boy, is she in for a shocker.
Yeah, she is. And then our boy J3D, he will be playing with us as well. But here's the sad thing. Me and your boy David are going to be necromancers. We're going to represent Team Necro.
Yep.
It's just we're going to have a sorceress and we're going to have a barbarian. It's sad.
Why must they do this to us? Why?
I know. But still, we're going to be clan necros with attitude.
Of course.
For those of you who don't understand, teenagers with attitude, necros with attitude. So it's kind of a crossbreed.
Of course.
Still excited. I really hope they fix these issues they're having.
Mm-hmm.
If they have to push the game back 3 months, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Take all the time you need. You guys have been working on this since 2019. I mean, take all the time you need.
Exactly.
But Diablo 4 is something I've been looking forward to since 2016. Not
Yeah,
going to mention Immortal. Immortal doesn't count.
that game was trash. And the fact of
Yeah. Now,
that,
who
if
wants to
you,
play?
dude, get
Who
this,
wants to play as a fucking monk?
nobody wants to play the fucking monk. The monk doesn't even want to play as the monk.
Terry
Okay,
Shalhoub does.
fuck that. Um, if you bought, I feel bad for you. If you bought the $100 version of Diablo 4, the pre-order, I'm sorry because you got included with the Diablo Immortal skin, and it's a
Oh
waste
God,
because I don't even think anybody plays Diablo Immortal. And if you do,
no.
I'm sorry that you play such a suck ass game. Play real
But here's the thing.
Diablo.
I'm gonna stop you there. I still have the app on my phone. I haven't touched it in about a year, uh, just to see if they made any changes recently. But that's about it. When the Diablo 4 beta uh, happened, all servers for Diablo Immortal went down. They shut down the servers for Diablo Immortal just so they can power Diablo 4 server, the beta.
And not even that helped because, and Jeremy is my witness. When I finally got into the game to actually play, I played for 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes, and the game crashed again, and then went back to the queue to wait for 75 minutes. Yeah, no, your boy, as much as he loves Diablo, your boy's not waiting 76 minutes to play a fucking game. Okay? I don't even wait that
You
long
can't
for a
even
game
get
to download on my console.
no, no. You can't get me to wait 15 minutes in line to get food. I refuse. Okay. I'm a patient person. When it comes to something that I want more than anything, I'm not waiting for nobody. Nope. Um, so Diablo 4 was a shit show. The beta was a shit show. Day one, I'm going to record. I'm trying to get my Twitch up and running, and the first thing, like I said on the last episode, that I'm going to be streaming is with my wife, David, and Jerry. When we stream Diablo 4, that's going to be my first content on
Yeah.
Twitch. I'm excited. I'm getting everything together for it.
Yep.
But still, after June, we're still going to stream Diablo 4 for the next few months after. But July. I don't know if y'all seen Exoprimal. It's worth watching. It's so freaking sweet looking. It's like Destiny meets Turok. That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah, that's an accurate description. Destiny meets Turok. Um, if you've never played Turok, hey, I feel bad for you. That is a classic game by itself. I mean, obviously by now everybody's played Destiny, so we already know what that's like. But dude, Exo Primal, made by Capcom. You know, so if you ever played like myself, like with Jeremy, we've played the Capcom games a lot, especially at arcades. You know what I mean? Especially, growing up, having to go to laundry, you know, those laundry sites and everything to
Yeah.
go do laundry and everything. They always had Marvel
Oh yeah.
versus Capcom, and it was always a banger
Exactly.
just to pop some quarters in and do a little tournament with the kids at the laundry rooms and stuff like that. So, oh man,
Hmm.
I'm excited for it. XL Primal coming out in July. Can't wait for
Yep.
it. Hopefully by then, by the time XL Primal comes out, we'll be done with Diablo 4. Because I heard with Diablo
Hopefully.
4, it's about 100 hours of gameplay.
I feel like Diablo 3 was more than 100 hours of gameplay. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like it was more than 100 hours.
I mean, I always took a break after playing it for like 4 or 5 hours, and then I stopped.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely.
So that's probably why it
Um,
felt like
but
more.
but for my fellow Xbox fans, Exo Primal will be on Game Pass. So if you have Xbox Game, I have Ultimate, so I'm able to get backwards compatibility, PC, and Xbox One games, as well as Xbox Series S and X. Of course, I can't play it on Xbox One. Um, but it will be on the Xbox Game Pass. It's like a $60 game or PS4, PS5, I think. But
Yeah.
it is cross-platform. So me, David, and Jerry will be able to play with one another um, on Exo Primal. And it'd be
Yeah.
so cool if they introduce new classes, if they introduce like you can like modify your armor and modify your character. That'd be so sweet.
Yeah. So excited to see what it looks like and the gameplay and everything like that. We will be doing gameplay walkthroughs when it does come out, so make sure you guys keep a lookout for that. I mean, hey, we'll see. I mean, I kind of like everything that Capcom's come out with so far, so um, we'll just
Yeah.
have to wait and see.
Also, since we're still in the video game category, last week WWE 2K23 did hit.
Yep, it did release. So if you haven't gotten your copies out, go get them now. I mean, whether you're on, console, PC, whether you go get the disc version or the digital version, I recommend going and get it because it is a
Mm-hmm.
one hell of a game. I mean, I've seen
Yep.
plenty of people play it. They love the new storyline. They love the new mechanics for the storyline and everything. So
I
it's
think
just amazing.
I think one of the things I watch a lot of YouTubers who play it because it's good for me to watch other people play it so that I know what to expect whenever I get it. But in the career mode, you have two types of career mode. You have the lock, which is the man's version of the next big thing, or you have the rise. I don't know what the woman's was. I think it's the rise. I could be wrong, but it's the women's career where your aunt is a Hall of Famer and you get to decide whether you want to follow in her footsteps or forge your own path. And all of this is what I like. I love. Okay, well, branch off. I love games like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, where all of my choices have consequences. I love it. This is the same type of game, kind of in the conversational type. You choose which path you want to follow, and yes, each path has its consequence. And 2K22 WWE was a shit show. To me, it was with my career mode. Um, and it's be nice to see this as well as in the Royal Rumble if you're part of a tag team or a faction, you don't attack each other. You get to help one another out
Yep.
until you get to the final three or final two or whatever.
I think it's the final four, and then you actually have to wrestle each other.
Yeah, fight one another. Yeah. Um, so that's that. I think that covers our video games. Is there anything else we could talk about?
Video game wise, I think that basically covers everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, at least for video game wise, because we are pretty saddened that Starship Troopers is just gonna be a PC level
Yeah,
game. Which sucks because I was excited to play it. I know Jeremy was excited to play it.
Jerry
Because
was excited.
Jerry
Jared, it's
Jerry was definitely excited to see it, so and play it. Because I mean, I grew up watching the movie, so I love the fuck out of the
mhm.
movie. Um, but it is what it is. I mean, not everything can
Yeah.
be as available on everything. So, um, yeah,
Let's see. Yeah, we got movies coming up. I sent David and Jerry a list of live action. You can see his reaction. Disney live action Disney movies coming out later this year and next year. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be another live action Lion King. People,
oh dear God.
we're
So
going to have a live action Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. That's going to be interesting.
again, they already made one, but so this is a fucking double
Oh,
or
they did?
triple copy. Yeah, they did. Um,
Yeah.
so here's my thoughts on Lion King. Okay, and for those people that are gonna be listening to this and be like, "Oh, he's shitting on a classic," no, I'm not. All right, Lion King is my top three favorite Disney movie. Okay, anytime it's on, I can quote it directly, especially with the songs and characters and all of that. I can quote it directly. So don't fucking come for me, all right? When they released The Lion King, the live action. I was excited for it.
Mhm.
Dude, I went to go see that bitch in theaters when it dropped. I'm not joking. I waited in line for over an hour to get inside to watch that fucking movie. Like, I was that dedicated.
Mhm.
Okay. I liked
The dedication is real, folks. The
it.
dedication is
It
real.
really is. When it comes to the Lion King, like, I'm there. All right. Anything Disney, really, I'm there, but it has to be a certain level for me. All right. For the Lion King,
Oh yeah.
you had Seth Rogen play uh Pumbaa. All right. You had some of the original music.
Yep.
I'm cool with that. Live action was pretty decent, you know, but
Hmm.
now you're just trying to make, in my eyes, you're trying to make a mockery of the Lion King series. Because, at least with the animated versions, you have Lion King, you have Lion King 1.5, which is a so called behind the series with Timon and Pumbaa. You have Lion King 2, you have Lion Pride, the Disney Channel animated series. You know, not to mention Lion King and everything show up in Mickey Mouse, um, you know, the Mickey Mouse series with all the villains and heroes and everything like that. So you had cameos with Lion King. Okay, you had the Lion King musical, more than one,
Oh God.
and then you have the Lion King live action. So you have 6 different versions of the Lion King. Okay, now you're gonna come out with Lion King Mufasa. So whether this is an origin story of Mufasa, you know, unless they have James Earl Jones playing Mufasa again,
Oh, they are.
then they don't need to be making it. Because the only person who needs to be playing Mufasa is James Earl Jones. And I say that for the reason as in the animated
Exactly.
series, he killed it as Mufasa. He played Mufasa in the live action.
Hmm.
So he better be in the origin story of Mufasa. Now, Mufasa only did get about 15 to 20 minutes of screen time,
Screen
both
time.
in the animated film as well as the live action, but that's okay. So if people are wanting to see a Mufasa origin story, then fine. You know, you're pleasing the viewership and you know giving what people want. Okay, fine. But you better make it right. You better do it right
Hmm.
because if you're gonna fuck it up, like a lot of these live action Disney films have been, then don't even bother. Okay, like unless it's James Earl Jones playing Mufasa, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to see it. I don't
I'm,
want to hear it. I don't want to know nothing about it.
I'm going ahead and say this now. Movies that go from live action to animated. Okay, I want to see more of those.
Yeah.
But one that stands out most in my mind, I'm just sad. It got an animated series,
Hmm.
good animated series, but it never got a sequel. If you don't know what I'm talking about Chris Rock and John Goodman. I think it was John Goodman as Osmosis Jones. You remember that one?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was got an animated series. We got a damn good movie with Bill Murray in it, but we never got the chance to see. I said I want to see more movies like that. You know, that has both live action and animated together. That would be something to see again.
Yeah, actually,
And
that would
you
have
know,
been good, to be honest with you.
and also to be honest, there's a lot of good ideas. I don't understand why. I didn't watch the live action Lion King. I didn't care to because it's so weird. It's something that we all grew up on watching animated wise,
Hmm.
and it's okay. If you did a Frozen live action, fine, fine. I still won't watch it, but fine. By all means, go ahead. But to take something so nostalgic and so legendary like the Lion King series,
Yep.
and you go live action it, to me, it call me whatever you want in the book. I don't care. I don't care. It's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Very disrespectful. And yeah, James Earl Jones. If James Earl Jones is not in there, I'm gonna riot. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna boycott. I'm gonna riot. Okay. Find me the nearest Target, and I will riot. I swear.
Yeah. James Earl Jones would be the only acceptable person to play Mufasa. Because when, and I'm still on the topic of Disney movies and stuff, but
You're fine.
when they made Aladdin, the live action, okay, I was kind of excited for it because they had Naomi Scott, who played the Pink Ranger in the 2017 Power Rangers film. Hey, Power Ranger connection, wink, wink. It is a Power Ranger podcast. Um, Play as Princess Jasmine in the Aladdin live action, and you also had Will Smith who played Genie. Now, kudos to Will Smith because he played a hell of a genie. Okay, if you've never seen the Aladdin live action, it's on Disney Plus. You can buy it on DVD. Hell, you might even be able to buy it on YouTube. Buy the movie, watch the movie. You'll know what I'm talking about. Robin Williams is the best genie of all time. Okay, Robin Williams created and defined the role of genie. So for Will Smith to come in and play the genie, I was a little bit skeptical at first, not because of Will Smith's acting or anything like that. It's because Robin Williams created a certain, I don't know what's the word for it, je ne sais quoi about it, like a certain feel for Genie, because
Mm-hmm.
Robin Williams, greatest actor, greatest comedian of all time, hands down.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Lots of people don't know this. All his lines in Aladdin was 85% improv.
Yeah, it
He
was ad
went
libbed.
off script several times.
Oh yeah.
Several times. Uh, and that's another great person that we lost in 2014, and still stings today. Um, and I've even read some articles, and I hope they're not true, but some people say they should remake Mrs. Doubtfire. Just put and make and like give roles like that to Tyler Perry or someone else. Here's the thing, listeners, if they make a Doubtfire 2 with Tyler Perry, I'm gonna set shit on fire and I'm gonna enjoy it. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
leave good movies that don't need sequels and prequels alone. Okay,
And we're not saying this to discredit anybody who's would
you know,
possibly be in these films because we know they're great actors or actresses or even directors, but the people in the
mhm,
Hollywood business or in the movie business, these writers that want to recreate certain nostalgic um, movies to gain some money or gain some type of credibility in their writing abilities, you don't need to
mhm.
be rewriting nostalgic movies like this. Okay? If you were to
Write something
remake,
new.
exactly, write something new. You can create something like Mrs. Doubtfire. I'm all for that.
Mhm.
But if you create Mrs. Doubtfire, that is going to ruin everything. Again, I'm not
Yeah.
downing or disgracing or dissing, anybody on who would eventually play if they did come out with a movie like that, who would play those roles. I'm not doing that. What I'm
No.
doing is saying certain movies don't need to be, uh, you know, remade. Like, if God forbid, if Tyler Perry passes or anything like that, like I wouldn't want somebody else to be playing Medea. There's only one Medea. It's Tyler Perry.
It's funny you should bring up Medea. I have not seen any of Medea's movies.
You need to, bro. They are fucking funny as fuck, and they teach you life
I
lessons at the
just
same
I
time.
don't I don't find it.
Look,
Okay, I watched the trailers. I watched the trailers of Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I didn't find any of it funny.
okay, look, you have to watch the plays. Watch the plays. Don't watch the live action. Don't watch the actual movies until you watch the plays. The plays are 100% more funnier than the actual movies because you can see the reactions of certain of the certain actors in the plays because Tyler Perry breaks character so many times during the play, but in the movie they do takes and everything like that so where he's not breaking character.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And it's
I'll,
so
I'll
much
give
better.
it. I'll give it a shot.
Okay.
I'll give it a chance. I'll give it a chance. But I'll give it a chance.
The only thing I would
But
say is that when they
anyway,
get to the actual like singing part, I would fast forward through that just because it obviously it's a play. I'm not really big on singing, unless it's a Disney movie. That's a whole different story. Because I'll sing at the top of my fucking lungs and sound like a dead
oh
walrus
God,
cutting
no,
through fucking
no,
glass.
no,
But I will fucking do it.
no. I
Um,
swear, I swear, I swear, bro. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. Okay,
I
if we're at
swear. Shouldn't have
fucker.
said shit.
No, I swear at TMC, if we're watching Disney movies, okay, in our Airbnb, and you break out in song and dance, I swear on everything holy, I'm gonna take a pillow, I'm gonna suffocate you with it, I'm gonna keep on punching you and punching you and punching you. I'm gonna keep on punching you until the pillow's a gigantic hole. Your wife's gonna ask you, what happened to your eye? Oh, I started singing and Jeremy knocked me out.
Don't threaten me
That's
with
what
a
you
good
get.
time,
Always
sir.
singing. Oh, okay.
Don't threaten me with a good
Okay.
time, all right? So
Okay. Okay.
I'll skip through the music on the Tyler Perry plays just because some of it's funny, like some of it's actual good music. But me, I'm not very religious, and some of their songs are gospel music, and I'm not very
Oh,
religious, so I just kind of skip through it.
yeah.
But that's just me, you know. But the play is again 100 times
That's all
funnier
right.
than the
I'm not
actual
religious either.
movies.
Well,
You can't count being a Jedi as religion. Oh, actually, yes, you can. Never mind. So
isn't a Jedi? Okay. Whoa. You sparked a new debate, bro. Is Jedi a religion? Well, I mean,
yes,
it really isn't.
it really is.
No, it's really not a religion. No, it's not.
You want to bet?
No, I don't want to bet because every time I bet, I lose clothes. No, I don't want to bet.
Nah.
I don't want to bet. No, it's an order. It's not really a religion because
According to the United
it's
States military, it's a religion.
don't bring up military. That's the last thing you need to fucking bring up.
Hey, I'm just
Last
saying.
fucking thing.
There's many people who I've known that, and if you've never joined the military or anything, I'm giving you a little inside baseball. Okay, when you join the military, you have to state what you are,
God.
whether it's Catholicism, Christian, Judaism, Muslim, whatever your religion is, Buddhism, doesn't matter. You have to state what your religion is. You can't put atheist. Of all things, you cannot put atheist. You can actually put Jedi as your religion, and they will accept it. I'm not kidding, bro.
Okay, but it's only there so they can put something in the system. In the U.S., Jedi is not an official religion.
Nope.
Okay, but I shouldn't be talking because the military is just it's on a whole different level. You know what? I'm gonna shut up now.
Yeah. But that was a quick little snippet. Back to our regular scheduled programming. Um,
Oh, you asshole. uh, no. Okay. All right. We're not gonna talk about Gotham Knights. Okay, I'm gonna leave that for J3D. I don't think he's gonna get on because he's having issues, severe issues.
yeah.
Um, he's okay. J3D is currently living with his girlfriend's parents. That's not what you think it is. He actually lost his house a couple months ago from an accident. Car went right through his house, so he's going through a rough time. Keep them in your thoughts and your prayers. If
Yeah,
you're religious, for that matter, not Jedi. Uh,
bounty hunter.
but keep them in your thoughts. Jesus, fucker. Keep them in your thoughts. Keep them in your thoughts and keep them in your force imaginable mind. Uh, he brings a lot of dynamic to the podcast. It's hilarious. He's hilarious. He really
Yeah,
is. But we're gonna let him talk about Gotham Knights. He made the mistake and watched Gotham Knights. I got through about 5 minutes of it. And I turned it off. That bad.
I have yet to
For those of
watch
you who
it,
don't
and
know,
I'm blessed.
don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's basically one of those other series where Batman's murdered. This is just like the video game, Gotham Knights. Okay. Uh, Batman's murdered, and they're trying to figure out who murdered him, and it's not worth it. You can't have a Batman. You can't have anything Batman. Batman's not in it. Okay. Batman's a shit, yo.
I just want it to be
Um,
known that the Gotham Knights video game was a piece of shit. So whoever
it
the
has.
writers were that decided to take that turd of a fucking game and turn it into a series needs to be kicked in the nuts. Straight up.
If they have nuts.
And if
If they
they're a
have
woman,
nuts. That's
they need to be punched in the forehead. Or whatever they choose to be, they need to be punched in the forehead.
Punch a woman in the forehead.
What? I can't say I can't punch somebody in the forehead.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Xenos podcast does not condone violence against women. I don't want feminism to come chasing after me. Okay, we don't condone violence against women
No, we
or
don't.
any violence for that matter.
No,
Okay,
never against
so
women, but against stupid
mentally,
people always.
mentally maybe, but not physically. Oh, if
Oh,
we wake up and get canceled and we don't air next week, you know why? Okay. Um, but no, we are going. We're planning on the three of us. We are planning on doing streaming Saturdays because more people do uh, tune in when there's actual gameplay uh, on YouTube, Twitch. You know, they're all over the place. The video game world has significantly boomed these last 10 years. Um, so we will be doing streaming. We are planning to do a Borderlands 3 stream because I mean, yes, I know Borderlands 3 came out a few years about was it like 2017, 2018?
17?
Yeah, roughly around. So I mean, we have to play games that are cross-platform because David's on PS4, I'm on Xbox One, and so is J3D. We have to play cross-platform until we can get David an Xbox One or Xbox Series S and X or whatever, whichever. Then we'll be able to play in no problems. But we will be able to cross-platform Borderlands 3. Me and David, we've been playing it nonstop, having a good time playing it, laughing our asses off. Story's good, weapons are good. Uh, David's playing as his name is Flack, right?
Yep.
The Beast Hunter. I'm being playing as Mose the Gunner, which by the way, she's short, but she's packing a lot of heat with a mech. So
Oh, dude, that Iron Bear is no joke. Especially since whoever your teammate is can actually ride the Iron Bear. So as the Iron Bear is sending out missiles, your teammate
mhm.
can basically jump on the Iron Bear and use the machine guns to help with the additional damage. So
Yep.
100% awesome. So glad they enabled Borderlands to be cross-platform because it is so much better this way. I mean, oh
Yep.
man, it's just awesome all the way around. So we will be
Yep.
streaming those either Friday, Saturday, something like that. When we have the time for it. And so
Yep.
just to kind of get something throughout the week until our next episode. So
We like I said, a lot goes into these episodes. We do a lot of brainstorming throughout the week.
Yeah.
Mondays usually our powwow
Yep.
that to get our notes down, figure what we're going to talk about, or if we just feel like just have a random bullshit day, we just talk about random stuff and go from there. But I will say, April, May, June, and July will be very busy months for the three of us.
Mhm.
A lot's going down. April, we have Once and Always. April 19th, right around the corner.
Yep.
May, we're going to get the pre-game set up for Diablo 4, game plans, how we going to get our characters right. Uh, and then we got July, which will be Exo Primal. We're getting ready for Exo Primal.
Yep.
Uh, and then there's a lot going down in those
Mhm.
4 months. Also, can't forget, if you are a wrestling fan, WrestleMania is April 2nd, uh,
Mhm.
which is actually right around the corner itself.
Yeah.
We're going to try to stream. We're going to try to watch party WrestleMania to get to our initial reactions, and when we'll do a podcast either later that night or that following week
Mhm.
about how, and like we will, me, J3D, and David will each give every match a star rating, 1 through 5,
Mhm.
and if it was good or if it was not.
Yeah.
So also look forward to that. So like I said, that next 4 months is going to be a lot going on.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of wrestling, I don't think I've ever told you, Jeremy, but I'm actually going to the Ring of Honor Super Card pay-per-view out here in LA
I hate you.
at the end of the month.
I hate you.
So March
I hate you.
31st.
I hate you. I hate you.
March 31st, your boy will
I hate
be
you.
at the
I hate
USC Coliseum
I hate
watching
you.
the Ring of Honor
I hate you.
Supercard pay-per-view live,
I hate
and
you.
I will be covering
I
most of
hate
the
you.
matches and uh kind of the events going on at Ring of Honor. There is a rumor that some of the AEW stars will actually make appearances at Ring of Honor, so we'll see what happens. I will be going with my two younger brothers, assuming one of them actually goes, but it's gonna be for sure my baby brother as well as me going to the USC Coliseum. Gonna be checking out Ring of Honor. And yeah, man, I mean, I'm excited for it. My tickets are already bought, you know, and I'm gonna be covering a lot of the stuff there. Who knows? I might go live while I'm there. So, if you guys want to watch
Oh
it
yeah.
with me, then follow me on TikTok as well as Instagram and Facebook. All my name, Phenomenal Miklo, usually one word, and follow your boy, and we will be able to actually watch this stuff live together. So,
Well, and also, guess what I found out, bro?
what's up?
I hate you.
I love you too, bro. So, um,
You're going to the super card, bro. You suck.
hey, man, not
Uh,
my fault,
damn it.
dude. And guess how much I
Um,
paid for the tickets?
if you say $30, I'm kicking your ass.
45, but okay.
Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
Okay, I was close. I was close. Oh yeah, but also your boy will be going in May to a convention in Dallas. I live in Texas, ladies and gentlemen, but I will be going to a convention in May in Dallas to be meeting Amy Jo Johnson.
Nice. I wonder if Jenna
So,
Frake's gonna be there.
oh, I hope so too. I hope so too. Um, but I'm gonna see if I can get autographs for not only me but the boys David and Jerry and
Yeah.
send it their way. Um, and maybe, who knows? Maybe I can get her to mention the Xeonizer podcast on the camera.
Yo, that would be so awesome. That would bring a lot
Hmm.
of validation.
So
So,
my tickets will be $25 to get in the game.
damn, that's pretty good.
And maybe even ask her, does she have any notion or any plans to attend Pyromorphicon 2024?
Ooh, that would be some
Which by the
inside
way,
detail right there.
for those of you who are watching, me, Jerry, and David, along with our significant other,
Yep.
well, I don't know if David's wife is going to go. He's trying to get her to go, but I know my wife and Jerry's girlfriend will be attending PMC. Uh,
Yeah.
PMC is Power MorpherCon. It's in Southern California every 2 years.
Yep.
Uh, we do a lot of coverage. We're
Oh
going to
yeah.
do a lot of games. We're planning on going with Renegade Studios for a tabletop Power Ranger role play, and we're going to see if it's possible if we can video it and live chat it, and so you guys can be a part of it.
Yeah. So we're gonna do everything we can to, get you guys more involved with us. As we build our community, the whole reason why we started doing what we're doing now is we figured we weren't the only ones that feel how we feel when it comes to Power Rangers. Especially Super
Mhm.
Sentai, being nerds as we are, grown adults, still loving what we love. That's the whole reason why we're doing this. I mean, I
Exactly.
can go on my Facebook right now and find 6 different groups of Power Rangers that are diehard fans that, you know, we can easily, reach out to and everything like that and, get special guests if we want to. But, the whole reason why we do this is because we want to bring that community together. There are not a
Yeah,
lot of
exactly.
podcasts that talk about Power Rangers, but not just Power Rangers, also Marvel and DC and wrestling and video games and things like that. There's
Mhm.
YouTube channels, there's a lot of them, but it's always one person talking about certain news or certain action figures and stuff like that, not about
Yeah,
the news in general with multiple people. So if you're one of those people
yeah.
who love the Power Ranger universe, love the Super Sentais, just a big all around nerd, give us a like, give us a follow. We're on YouTube, we're on Facebook. I believe we're on Instagram, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, we're on Instagram. Yeah, we're on Instagram. It's all one word. It's ZNR's Podcast 3.
Yeah,
We're on Instagram. You can expect news, anything that I may find out on the web, or any passings that we found, like Lance Reddick and
yeah,
Grant, anything like that, or anything up and coming that we may end up sharing. That is the basically info source in case J3D or David, want to pick the page to see what we can talk about.
yeah,
That as well. We are on Spotify podcasters as well because
yep,
Anchor got bought out by Spotify. So Anchor is now Spotify, more or
yeah,
less. We currently don't have a. I don't think we have a Twitch yet. It's just me and
no,
David on Twitch right now. Um, TikTok, don't really got TikTok currently. But another good thing, we were saving this as a surprise, but I can't keep in it any longer.
go for it.
Uh, I, I know we don't have a substantial following right now, but this is really exciting. David and Jerry are excited. I'm excited. We are working on our own shirts right now.
Yeah,
We've
working on
seen the
that merch.
design. Yep. We're getting set and we're getting ready in case we do get a following. We can have merch ready for you guys. It's called the Xenars Podcast, of course. Uh, I'm not gonna. It's on the Instagram account. If you want to see what it looks like, go to Xenars Podcast 3 on Instagram. You can ask David and Jerry. It is freaking dope as hell. Um, we are planning on working on doing team based. Who you like best? Team Phenomenal. Miklo, which is David, Team
Mm-hmm.
Fun Guy, which is your boy Jeremy, or Team J3D, which is Jerry, and there would be different colored shirts. Uh, Probably our second, because we all know our favorite Rangers is usually green and white, Tommy's colors.
Yep.
But other than that, other secondary favorite colors, black, red, blue, dark purple, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Uh, we're each going to have our personal signature on the sleeve, as well as a very special message on the back. We're not going to tell you what that message is, but we're going to see who among us is the best member of the Zionizer.
Yeah. So keep an eye out for it. It's still in production. Once we get
Mhm.
a set date and time, we will release it. But in the meantime, I mean, until that drops, you guys can actually go to reaperapparelco.com and buy
Mm.
some dope ass jackets, hats, just go to reaperapparelco.com. The guy who created it, Evian, does a lot of charity work with anxiety, depression, he actually has a lot of like programs to overcome anxiety and depression, and all around good hearted dude. Go to reaperapparelco.com. When you search through everything that you like, assuming you want to buy some stuff, when you go to checkout, before you click checkout and you pay, it's going to ask you for a discount code. That discount code that I'm about to give you is going to give you 10% off your entire checkout. Okay? It's going to take care of your taxes for you guys, and we all know how them taxes can be. All right?
Oh yeah.
So use code Zeonizer3, ZEONIZER3, and you will get 10% off, you guys. It goes a long way. Not only does it help you guys out, but it also helps us out because, believe it or not, within the first 2 weeks that we started dropping with Reaper Apparel, we were the top 10 content creator with that company, you guys. So you guys made that happen. Okay. You guys spreading the word, getting people to buy it, using that code, you guys made it happen to where we were the top 10 content creator with the Reaper Apparel. So we thank you guys for
Let's
that.
and let's not stop there. If you act now, I sound like a fucking stupid infomercial right now. If you act now,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, if you go to Dubby, okay, Dubby, energy drink, no jitters, keep you going for hours on end. Perfect
Mm-hmm.
for content creators, gamers, anyone who puts in thousands of hours of content.
Yep.
These guys, I've tried some of their samples. Galaxy Grenade, probably the best one to me. As soon as you go to the checkout, ask for your discount code. It's the same thing as Reaper Apparel Co.
Yep.
Uh, Same thing. Zeonizer 3, 10% off. That takes the taxes off for you. And let
Mm-hmm.
me tell you, it also helps. It does help us, and as well. It does help you. Instead of paying full price and taxes, 10%
Mm-hmm.
goodbye taxes.
Exactly. So if you're not big on like energy drink, they do have some teas that you can drink.
Exactly.
It is powder form, so you can use it with your morning shake. You can use it with water. Hell, you could even add the tea into your tea if that's your type of thing.
And another thing, I changed David's life. Let me tell you how I changed his life. He mixed it with triple X vitamin water, people.
That I did do. So if you guys get the dragon fruit flavor, I forget what it's called exactly. Um, but if you mix it with
Dragonade.
Dragonade, which is dragon fruit and lemonade, if you mix it with the triple X vitamin water, you will
Oh my
not regret it. It's very,
god.
very delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And we've given you the tools, and
mm-hmm,
we've given you the edge to go to to go to those guys, show them the support, and in turn you're supporting us, and we appreciate it. We spent all week, and note, guys, that we are not in the same area code. We are not in the same state.
mm-mm,
David's on West Coast,
yep,
Jerry's on East Coast. I'm smack dab in the central of the U.S. in Texas. We go through a lot of time zone restraints,
yep,
but we still do it because we love to bring the entertainment to the masses, and we do it until we're blue in the face.
yep,
Um, Next week, same zero time, same zero place. We're going to bring you the news, as well as the ups, the downs, the good, the ugly, and what the hell was that. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jeremy, aka Mr. Fun Guy.
And this is your boy David, aka Phenomenal Miklo.
And if you guys want to get Xenized, you know where to find us.
Have a good night, everybody.
Ta ta.